Hello, we'll be talking about how to deploy the APM infrastructure agent with the host monitor extension today. The APM infrastructure agent is a very versatile tool for administrators who want to monitor their systems. It can also collect data using various existing extensions, but you can easily create your own. For example, send a single metric using a simple curl command. You can install the APM IA on the same machine as the actual probe or on a remote host. Just make sure it's close on the network because long delays could slow down how fast it forwards metrics if it's acting as a proxy. APM IA runs on any recent Java version, and to make things easier, it even comes with its own Java included. To successfully deploy the APM infrastructure agent, some skills are going to be required. The DX02 experience is a plus as it would help you validate the successful deployment of the agent. Operating system skills on the target system will be mandatory to install the software package. For fine-tuning APM infrastructure agent itself, Java skills will be required. The technology used to monitor, in the case of the host monitor SNMP, can help in the troubleshooting process. And in the end, knowing the application that is to be monitored or the host system is a big plus. Without it, it will be difficult to interpret the collected metrics and results. For today's deployment, a small explanation on how the agent actually collects the metrics. As you can see on the graph, the metrics are collected by the system edge probe on the host and then sent to the host monitor extension, which was loaded by the infrastructure agent. This one, by the way, can be deployed on the same host on a remote one. The infrastructure agent will then send the received data to the DX APM SaaS or on-prem backend for further analysis. The mandatory requirements will be to have access to a DX02 tenant. A DX SaaS or on-prem release is fine. The root privileges on the target installation system will be required too, at least to register the infrastructure agent as a system service. It can run as a regular user, but the system service registration requires root privileges. The host monitor system edge will also require root privileges, as it would not be able to collect some system metrics if it is running as a restricted user. Note that for container deployments, an in-place start as user is possible, but this one will not survive a system restart. So let's log into our DX tenant and download the infrastructure agent software package. To be able to download the infrastructure agent, you need to be logged in as tenant admin. Once you're on the welcome page, select the settings button on the top left. And on the top right, you can type in agent to reduce the number of tiles displayed and select the download agent tile. As we want to deploy the infrastructure agent with the host monitor, let's select the host monitor, which will present us the configuration options we can apply to the extension. We are going to use the default as presented here because they are usually good. Just for information, if you're using a cloud proxy in the setup, a cloud proxy is a way to redirect all traffic from agents via one point. So you have to configure the firewall only for one machine to go out to the XaaS backend. You can configure it here. Once this selected and configured, hit the download button. Note that the entire configuration you just have configured is going to be inserted into the package you are going to download. For our specific case, we are not going to use the browser-based download because we want to install it on another machine, but copy the entire URL we're going to use to download the package on our server. So, as we don't want to work as a root user, but we have to, let's go as root user in here. Let's create a user for practically deploying the infrastructure agent. It's going to add some questions. We don't care about the questions. Let's check if the target directory exists. It does. Let's create a download directory. And download the infrastructure agent. The link I have pasted in here is the one we got from the download page. So let's unpack the archive. And because everything belongs to root, and we want to run the infrastructure agent as user AI user, we have to change ownership of all the files in here. And we have the archive as we want to have it. Let's go into the directory and execute the API control script with the option help, which is going to provide us some instructions on what to do with it. In our case, we just want to install it using the option to run as user, AI user. And that's it. This was the reason we needed to register it with the system, so it can be registered as a system service. It is currently running. It has been enabled to be to survive a reboot, so it will be started if the system is being rebooted. We look at the directory structure of the API. We'll see that there are some directories looking like a configuration directory, but it is not for the API itself. The configuration files will be found on the core config. In here, the important file will be the Introscope agent profile file, which is going to hold all the configuration and give information on the build of this agent. For the extensions, the configuration will be stored essentially with the extension itself. The extensions that have been activated can be seen in the extensions profile file. And if we want to have a look at the host monitor, for instance, we can see the configuration and the bundle property file, which is existing in each extension directory. The log files are in the logs directory. And we have different log files for different services running on the system. The wrapper has an own log, the auto probe has an own log, the Introscope agent itself has a log, and then the control server. We are going to be interested into the Introscope agent log file, which is giving us all the information about the infrastructure agent itself. As we can see, it is very chatty. So a good thing to do is to disable the info mode and put it on warning mode in the configuration file. This is the relevant section that needs to be changed from info to warn. And then you'll have a less chatty system. This is really important for production environments. So verifying if we have an agent reporting to us from our demo box. Let's go into the triage section, metric traces by agent. It's usually the fastest way to see if we find the agent or not. We just have to look up for the host name of our box, demo box here. This is where it will show up. We'll have the system edge here. So this is everything the system edge is going to collect about our agent. We see we have 4 CPU cores. We have the metrics being sent over. They are showing up, as we can see on the right. We have some processes running, not many, because this is a empty system for the demo purpose. Storage information, partition, stable. The system load shows if something is actually not okay. In this case, the load is going down. During the installation, it required more resources, but it's going down again. So everything's fine. If you want to go more into detail regarding the APMI configuration, check out the official documentation. There's also a section about the System Edge extension, which provides a lot of details on what you can do with it.